At 18, I was like 26, right in there.
Yeah, see?
Yep.
You put in some time.
I put like 5 cards and a few phone calls.
But wait a minute, weren't you worried
like
that
Shawshank
parents
Redemption.
were going to look at you sending a 15-year-old a card like
No.
a serial killer?
I didn't care. I didn't even know the parents. They were like down in Florida or something. She had like a D cup at like 14. I'm like, this could
grow.
Yeah, this could definitely grow.
Could
and
be
it did.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do
right at 18, too.
Again, that's the same exact situation that happened. I noticed the sister, and I was like, all right, kind of looks like the other one, so when she gets a little older, I could just jump back to this one.
I used to have a 17-year-old. She had like 2 months before she turned 18, so I had to just eat my ass while I jerked off.
Where were
I think you can only get probation for
Were you
that.
in Massachusetts?
No.
New York?
I can't, don't.
No, I'm just saying.
Because my wife will still have a timeline.
Oh.
Fucking out of your mind.
Because New York, 17's fine.
How is it?
You just can't show
You just made it less fun.
The odd thing is, at 17 in New York, you can have sex with a girl. Yeah. You can't show her any type of pornography. You cannot show her a picture of a nude man or woman on the computer. You can't show videos of fucking. You can fuck the shit out of them.
You just can't videotape it and show her it.
You can't videotape them. You can't do anything. You can't show them nude pictures. Nothing. But then when they turn 18, then you can show them the porn and fuck them. How that has any logic?
Hey, man, that's censorship by the state.
You should be able to fuck them and show them porno. It is an odd thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, ask me any state. I'll give you an answer.
I did that one time. There was this girl in Pennsylvania. She was like 17. I didn't know the age, so I called up like the Pennsylvania police. I go, my friend, he's 29 and he met this 17-year-old. I'm really worried about him. What's the age of consent? And right away the guy's like, it's you. And I'm like, no, I swear it's not me.
It's you.
It was me.
So you're clicking on the phone.
I know. I'm like, no, I swear. I'm worried about my friend.
You know how many of these fucking calls we get?
I know. My friend. I'm worried about my friend.
It's everyone's friend. What was it, 18?
I hung up. I was scared. I thought they traced the call. I'm like, they're going to come to my house.
Sir,
I go, I didn't even do anything yet.
Sir, you know how many of these fucking calls we get every day, you cocksucker?
I'm worried about my friend.
Excuse me, this is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think's going on here.
But that was information like years ago. You couldn't just pop up the internet and look. You had to call the police.
I did. Call the police.
Who else are you going to, where else are you going to find that out? Age of consent for a fucking state back before the internet.
I love the fact the cops was going to ask you.
Right away.
It's you.
Right away. He heard my voice trembling. I was nervous to make the call to begin with.
That's great, man.
Like,
Holy
sir,
shit.
excuse me. First of all, that's slander.
It was another girl from Smithtown. Smithtown, Long Island.
Play games out there.
Yeah, they don't, because his father was so pissed off. And I met this girl at a place where my mother worked, because she was a bartender, and this guy used to come in, and I used to go there after work. I was a dirtbag kid, had just finished my tin knocking job, and I'd swig down a few beers with the rest of the people that would hang out. Hey, Rosie, get your son a beer. One of those fucking Long Island asshole bars. Right? So I'd be drinking, and me and this guy, Frank, his name was, would talk. And he's like, so after a while, he's talking about his daughter and how she's going out with this asshole guy and shit like that. He goes, you're a funny guy. I think you two would have fun together. I'm like, all right, no problem. So he invites her down to this bar. We have a couple of beverages. And then we go to this rock club that's right down the street. He goes, all right, have a good time and shit. We wound up hooking up, and it lasted like the whole summer of just fucking silly. And he progressively got more and more pissed at me, knowing that this was happening.
Right.
So she's ready to go up to college, Quinnipiac College up in Connecticut. So I was going to take a little road trip up there. And
take a poll.
Yes, the Quinnipiac poll.
We're going to go up there with the T-Birds?
Yeah. So I had let my mother know. I said,
I'm
going up to
tin
Quinnipiac.
knocking up there.
Of my own.
Tin knocking on the road.
I let her know that I was going up to the college. She works at the bar. And people are like, oh, where's Anthony? And she goes, oh, he went up to the college to visit this girl, Lisa. And then everyone in the bar knew and started razzing Frank, the father. Like, hey, so Anthony's up visiting your daughter. When I got back down, he calls me in for a father meeting, like in his house, in his study. It was one of those fucking scenes where you're like Arthur sitting in front of fucking the one he's supposed to marry in front of her father. And he's sitting there just lambasting me. You're telling everybody that you're fucking my daughter? Is that what you're doing? and I wish I was, like, knowledgeable, because at the time I'm just a scared kid with this old horseshoe bald guy yelling at me. And he's just saying these horrific things. And then one thing that caught me, he just goes, well, listen to me, my fine feathered friend. It lost me right there. It's like, he called me fine feathered friend. And all I could think is, I don't have feathers. Why is he saying this to me? And I forgot everything he said. Nothing mattered. That was such a big turning point for me, where I all of a sudden didn't give a shit anymore. So thank you, Frank.
Did you fuck her again after that?
Oh, in the house.
Nice.
And you're tired and fed of the bitch?
In the fucking house while him and his wife were sleeping upstairs. Which is, because you hear everything. You hear every little creak. Picture an old colonial in Smithtown. Still,
I didn't know they had colonials.
Still standing. Well, you know, he put a dormer on it. You know, a mother-daughter. Goddamn Long Island.
That's
But you
actually
hear every creak.
I used to have the hottest chick ever. Younger. I shouldn't have been. She shouldn't have been with me. I shouldn't have been with her. Actually, I was dating my wife now.
Forbidden love, Bob Kelly.
I was dating my wife now, and I actually dumped this. When I first met my wife, I dumped my wife to date this girl. I literally called her and goes, look, I can't do this.
All right.
And everything was going great. She was
Bob.
fucking crying. Crying. I dumped my wife who I love now and live with. I dumped her in 2 seconds for this girl to be with this young girl. Oh, my God. I met her over. She was staying with this Italian guy that used to own a restaurant. I was my friend. She was staying with him because she had no place to go. She broke up with this another Italian guy. And I was over his house one night, and we're watching movies. And she put her hand under the blanket and started rubbing my. And she was probably the hottest chick I've ever been with. Started rubbing my hand like some love shit, like some romance novel shit. I fell so hard, dude.
You were in love in a second.
It was like Prince in Apollonia. I was fucking.
You asshole.
I dumped my chick. I gotta go. Click.
Over the phone? You did?
Yeah.
Great.
Look, I'm just being honest
I don't
with you.
even have time to come over.
If they had texts, you would have done that. Sell the house, sell the wife, sell the kids.
So the only time this broad would fuck with me is over her parents' house. And we'd have to have like a little dinner, and then we'd watch TV with the parents, and then the parents would go upstairs. And I almost got to the point where I'm like, the parents are in on this. Because
they're pimping her out for some reason.
Because she would get on top of me and put it in, and I'm like,
were the parents there?
Upstairs, sleeping. No, not in front of her. I was sucking her mom's
dick. Then they
dick.
are in on it if you're fucking in front of them.
And she would like slowly push down. You know that seal when it's like dry, and then one cake? She would slowly do that, and then she would just slowly ride me, and I was like, we'd hear, and she'd jump off my cock, and I'd have a pillow on my dick, and then we just keep doing it over and over and over again.
There were times you'd come home after a night with a lovely lady.
Oh, wait, she dumped me, by the way.
Oh, good.
She gave me the hot boot. I went right back to my chick.
You start crying, she hangs up on you. Fuck. Goes around, comes around.
I broke up with a chick over the phone one time. She's like, you can't even do it in person. I go, you know I don't like confrontation.
Yeah, this is easy. This is why the phone was invented, dummy. Yeah, there's anytime you drop a girl off at home and you'd have to come back in, if it was a quick date, you were supposed to be at a movie or something like that, and meanwhile, you didn't see the movie, read a synopsis, fucked, came home, and then got grilled about what the movie was about, and you just know you're reeking of this girl's pussy, like on your hands, you're smelling sex all over you, just trying to stay away from the parents.
Yeah.
That is very awkward, man. You just, I can't shake his hand. He's gonna scratch his nose and be like, what is that?
You got it in your mustache.
You have the dog rat you out?
Fast Times on Long Island.
The family dog just...
Yeah, get the
Sniffing
dog
your
out.
hands. Like,
Get the dog out. I told a story a while back about when I was cheating on my girlfriend, and this girl that I was with that night was pungent. Not bad, but it was very strong, kind of good vaginal fragrance. And it was all over me. And I had a car that was always on the fritz, so I just popped the gas line and poured gasoline all over my hands, oil all up and down my arms, and came in, and my girlfriend is in there, and I'm like, don't even, I gotta get in the shower, fucking car. Like, I came in pissed off. Like, it was an Academy Award-winning performance.
Yeah.
My car broke down. Look at me, covered in oil and gasoline. I must shower. And went right upstairs and showered.
What if you
scrubbing?
What if you walked in and she was covered in oil and everything else?
Yeah. Oh, the stove exploded
Don't
today.
touch me.
Don't touch me.
You see the back door slam and some big black guy leaving.
There's a Nike heel. I just catch it going out the back door, swinging.